at that lake one night. I looked over at you, everything was right. Then we happened to kiss, nothing ever the same. Only you and I, energy was to blame. And you are the beauty.
Members from JustBe, we have Kyle Nickel and Adam Foley.
Yeah, so we're two members of JustBe. I'm the drummer, and Adam is the lead vocalist. We have 6 members in our band. We also have a lead guitarist, Brian, another drummer, Craig, Ted, who plays bass, and then Tony, who plays keyboard.
And everyone kind of switches around too.
That's really fun, yeah.
Yep.
So how did the band start?
Basically, we're just a band of best friends. Started playing music together this fall. We just so happen to have all these instruments laying around. I think we have like 8 guitars between us, a handful of drums, a couple keyboards, just a miscellaneous of percussion instruments. And it all started like just improvising, really just coming together and jamming, while we hang out. We couldn't get together and not play music, so that's what happened. And then one day I remember saying that, why don't we actually write a song? Why don't we actually keep the thought going that, that we have when we're jamming. And me and Kyle wrote a song, and from that, I don't know, just
the rest is history.
Yeah.
But one thing I think that's really important to mention is that just the amount of improv that we had among our group. Literally, most of our songs come from just improvising with each other, and then next thing we knew, we just had a list of songs. Why don't we just become a band?
Right. It's never like, all right, we're gonna sit down and we're gonna try and make a song. It's usually we're hanging out, someone starts playing, just figuring out, just jamming themselves. Like, it sounds really good. Someone kind of comes in and starts playing something else, just by ear. And if it's
2 other members from the band JustBe. So we have another question here for them. How does being in a band impact your values in music?
I would say, above all, it's more about the values of life, not necessarily just the values of music, but through music we have learned that we are all connected, and that each of us really does play a vital role in each other's lives.
When we're jamming, you just get a certain energy that just goes between the certain people, and we talked about improv earlier, and there's a connection between everybody playing together. You can sense when somebody's going to change chords. You can sense when the lyrics are going to change, or you go into a different part of the song, and it really is a great learning experience for me.
Differently now, what in the band?
Yeah, I don't think of music as just listening to a song anymore. I think of playing in a band, and that's a completely different aspect that I've never done before. And the essence of my band members, which have truly become my closest friends, because we spend 4 hours a week practicing, and that it's just the way I perceive music is a lot different now.
Yeah, I think pretty similar to Brian. I think before, you listen to music pretty much purely for entertainment value. You don't really look at the musical appreciation behind it. You don't listen for the drum beat or for the bass line. You don't listen for things like that before. And now that we're in a band, you look for stuff like that. But I think it's changed, the way I look at music just through how it's brought us together as friends and as a community of people. And I think that it shows a lot just about what music can do for people in general.
Weigh in on this one. How do you think of music differently now?
Well, I can quite honestly say that this experience has changed my life. I've always been involved with music, vocally, choir, ensembles, musicals, and things like that. But I've never really paid attention to the music. I think I really fell in love with music like this summer. and then coming into this environment with my friends and now being in a band, it's just a different experience. We live together, every day. Like we're always here together, and it's definitely brought us together and closer than any other friends that I know. So we should do it.
I'm actually recording.
Kyle, lay in
I'm recording right
Kyle,
now. It's
Here,
recording.
I'll press it.
It's recording right now.
Okay.
Wow.
We'll do a lot of cutting. So the first one is
Oh, okay, big guy.
Alright, well, what's the question now, Megan?
alright, so do you guys all have formal training?
Yeah.
Well, formal training, meaning, yes, I've had guitar lessons. I took guitar lessons for probably 2 years, and then stopped playing guitar for about 5 years, and picked it up last year, and
What about
I've
you,
had
Kyle?
any training since then.
I've had 3 years of drum lessons. I took piano as a little kid. I started playing drums in 8th grade, and I did it till sophomore year of high school. And then I switched to hand drums. So that's
Craig?
No.
Never.
Period.
Right?
Period. I've listened to Kyle.
Kyle's
yeah.
a teacher right now.
Kyle's my teacher. That's the way it is.
And then I dabbled with the instruments when I was younger. Piano lessons, guitar, but I won't talk about that since I don't do that in the band. But I did take vocal lessons when I was a little kid for a little while, and I was always involved with, like I said earlier, with vocal performances all through like high school and stuff too. So
On another note, our
How about the
keyboardist,
other two?
our keyboardist has never had any formal training. Well, these drums or our membranophones are. This is a cajon, that's a djembe, and this is a smaller djembe. One thing that kind of makes us our band alternative rock is that we only use hand drums. So we play this drum and the djembe and this guy in our shows and our band, and it really gives us another feel. The cajon is actually originated. It's a Hispanic. It comes from a Hispanic background. It's used in Latino music and kind of for dancing and stuff like that. Kyle, you want to talk about
The djembe has a hole in the bottom where the music comes out of. It's a goblet shaped, and it was used, still is, in African cultures.